And now, welcome Alex Mugnai from esteco. You will tell us also what are you doing in case of artificial intelligence. Alex, let us please know what is your intention. Why are you using artificial intelligence? Please let us know who are you and what are you related to artificial intelligence.
I'm Alex. I work for the company esteco. And basically, artificial intelligence is, I would say, somehow part of our daily bread. I mean, what is happening is that today, everywhere in the industry, and in particular the automotive industry, which I mainly belong to, artificial intelligence is a must-have. I mean, when you think of autonomous driving vehicles, where I'm particularly involved in terms of development activities, there is a big need actually from customers to let's say, process the huge amount of data. We've been talking for many years about big data and how do you deal with this? And actually, artificial intelligence allows you basically to really identify parameters, trends as part of this huge data to derive, let me say, parts of the road testing or the simulation activities that you have performed in order to identify basically specific phenomena that you would like to study more in details. So already just in that phase, it's actually super interesting. And then, of course, there are other things. Artificial intelligence allows you to test domain areas which you would never think of, because, of course, we are limited by our own knowledge, right? I mean, we are used to work in a certain way. We are used to follow certain procedures. And actually, artificial intelligence somehow gives us the opportunity to discover areas which we would never get into, design areas or testing areas we would never get into, simply because either we didn't think of it or we lack the experience of it. So this is actually where it all comes from, and it's really very exciting.
Thank you, Alex. So let us know, where is artificial intelligence used in the products of esteco?
In Mod Frontier, to start with, Mod Frontier is our desktop multidisciplinary optimization software package. In Mod Frontier, you can actually build a workflow. You typically start actually connecting simulation tools together, maybe also connecting test data coming from an external source. And then once the workflow is actually automated, therefore allowing one person to execute the complete process in a simulation environment, the next step then is to investigate the design space. So typically you would start with a first design of experiment, and then later on you will use actually an optimization algorithm. Now, within Mod Frontier, we have, I would say, large palette of optimization algorithms that are available, and some of them use actually artificial intelligence. So what they do is they run a number of workflows, or the combination of simulation tools that are connected together, and based on the results, decide actually what type of, let me say, optimization approach is going to be taken. Am I going to do direct optimization with, for example, neural networks and or genetic algorithms or other type of algorithms that we have available? Or am I also going to use response surface models? So also people qualify that as meta models, where basically we tackle the challenge of having limited time in order to identify the best design. So these algorithms will really take a choice for yourself, and the only thing you need to define really is about how much time you have available in order to reach your results.
Thank you, Alex. So, and could you tell us, where is it really needed in the engineering? Could you tell us a sample, or just where do we need artificial intelligence and your product in engineering?
Well, certainly our products are mainly, let me say, used within the simulation side of the development. I would say 85% of it is actually taking place there. And At least that's based on our customer base. And what is happening, and you are then on the very left side of the V cycle, when you look at the V cycle, when you start defining requirements, and especially at the beginning of the development, when requirements are being defined, that's where artificial intelligence really has a true essence, because that's where you can really investigate the design space in a very wild way, if I can put it this way. But then it's not only about the simulation side, it's also about, for example, hardware in the loop testing. We have actually also Mod Frontier integrated with hardware in the loop platforms, where you have, for example, ECUs, where you're testing the software that is going to be embedded within the car. And you want to make sure that this software is actually, let's say, mistake-proof. You want to make sure that in any condition it will function. And what we do then is that we use artificial intelligence to identify the worst-case conditions for your ECU and for your software. So where, basically, instead of trying to identify the optimum designs, I do the exact opposite, where I want to identify the worst-case conditions for my algorithm and for my ECU in order to further improve its robustness and its quality. Yeah, so it's really about both. And of course, last but not least, you have the pure testing area, where actually people gather a huge amount of data. And this is more related then to my initiatives in respect to autonomous driving, where basically we are gathering petabytes of data, and where data needs to be processed and interpreted. And that's where actually we can use artificial intelligence to tackle the big data challenge.
Thank you very much, Alex. We are looking forward to hear your presentation then at the conference Artificial Intelligence at the 2nd of December, and we see us then. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity, and looking forward to the conference.